Just give me 7 minutes and I'll teach you how to make $10,000 in profit as a freelancer so you can travel around the world. And I'm telling you this because I've done this and it really took me around 3 months to actually achieve that milestone, give or take, And for the record, this is like pure profit. So it's really not that complicated once you understand how it works. So if you don't have 7 minutes, you're like pretty much cooked, because it's actually relatively simple. And you can travel around the world and live a very nice life once you figured out how it works. And the biggest problem in the freelancing or making money online space is that most people are stuck with either no clients or just at a base salary of around 600 to $1,000 a month. And I'm telling you this because I was talking with this person in the beach, in Bali, but for the record, just that's why I'm without t-shirt and whatnot. So I was talking with someone on the beach, and they're like, "There's a lot of bunch of freelancers and whatnot." And I was asking them, "So what do you do for a living?" And she was like, "Oh, just like I'm a freelancer, freelancing on, I don't know, managing something like maybe, influencer accounts and whatnot." And I was like, "Do you like what you do?" And she was like, "Give or take." And like, "How much are you earning?" And she told me like how much was she earning. And they're always at the mercy of their clients. You know what I'm saying? So this is number two, that they're always at the mercy of their clients. So like you're earning a little bit of money, and most people don't know how to monetize being a freelancer. Like if you want to actually live a good lifestyle, you need to be making at least $5,000 to $10,000 a month. It's really very achievable, but most people don't understand. And why most people don't understand is because of the next thing, which is that if they get fired, they're cooked. You need control. You need to have control over your business, that they need you. You don't need them. You know what I'm saying? Once you change that frame of mind, like everything changes, because a lot of people are just like at the mercy of their clients and like, oh, just like they're afraid to be fired and all that stuff. And like, no, you need to have full control over your business, and it's very possible as a freelancer, and that's how we achieve like these numbers. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how we start scaling towards bigger numbers. So you must, first of all, find something that it's on the mind, whatever it is. So look at this. This is like an example I was saying. Like, look, it's not about like, oh, like whether it's like selling something that you feel like you're good at. Like, for example, if you're a web designer and you're like, oh, but I want to sell if there is no demand, don't do it. You know what I'm saying? It really doesn't matter. So the whole idea here is pretty much like, ask ChatGPT what is trending and whatnot, because it's literally in every corner. Opportunities are in every corner, and you need to jump on the trends or whatever is on high demand, or it's evergreen. Evergreen means like something like you can be selling pretty much all the time, and it's very rarely to go out of business. You know what I'm saying? Because like it really doesn't matter what it is. You just have to jump on the trends. For example, if on the other hand there's a lot of demand on website development, but you are not good at website development, it really doesn't matter. Just jump on it, because your only job here is to sell it better than the competition. And eventually you iterate and make it better than the competition. You just have to sell it better. You know what I'm saying? Eventually you start like building systems and whatnot, but a lot of people don't get it right. The only thing you have to do is to be selling something that it's on demand, and it's very easy to find it. Again, you can just go to ChatGPT or go to Fiverr.com. You can go to Fiverr.com and see what is on demand. It's extremely easy. And again, you don't have to be an expert, because your job here is not to become an expert on video editing, AI automations and whatnot. Like your only job here is to sell it. So if people are buying from other people, you just have to jump into the trend and sell it better than the competition. Eventually, as I was mentioning here, like you iterate and make it better than competition, build systems, hire people. Like I was not a freelancer until, I was a freelancer until like 2022. In 2022, that's when I started to hire more people. But before that, it's just like pure profits. Like everything was just pure profits and gives you like a respectable amount of freedom. So let me see how many minutes I have here yet. Okay, we're good. So then we have this. Let's see what it is. It's all about getting your first clients and then building systems to gain your time back. Because when you're starting out, it's all about trading your time for money. It really doesn't matter. You will gain your time back. But the very first thing you must do is to sell your service, so you can start like pocketing some money, so you can start living and whatnot. And eventually, as you start getting clients and whatnot, like that is when you can start delegating to other people. A lot of people waste a bunch of time trying to become like an expert on, I don't know, website development, on whatever it is at the moment trending. That's not your job. Again, your job is to sell, and I can't stress this enough. That's why a lot of people don't make a lot of money, because they don't understand how to sell their services, or they're happy with just one client. Like, oh yeah, I'm getting one client, getting like $600 a month, $1,000 a month. Like, no, like you want to make money, and you don't want to be at mercy of your clients. Like, for example, if they decide to fire you, like you're cooked, right? Because that's what I've seen. Like a lot of people get fired after like a couple months, and then they need to find like another client. They're always like in this scarcity of threat mode, just earning like 500 to $1,000 a month. And eventually you get fired, and it's like, oh, I need to find another job. You need to have full control over your business. How you do it? By pretty much changing the frame of, hey, you need me, I don't need you. So that's when it makes the whole difference. You need to position yourself as an authority and be like, hey, you need me, you need my services. That's why pretty much like we're working together, because I'm the expert and you're the client. So that's the thing you have to be putting like in mind, because otherwise you're always like, oh, just trying to do like a good. No, no, you need to be good. And that's one of the parts of selling. Selling is one of the most important things out of everything. And we have here this: just learn how to goddamn sell. That's your only job, because the whole idea here is to land clients. As you start making money, then you eventually start like delegating to other people. And the reason why I'm repeating the things over and over again is so you can pretty much trigger your subconscious mind, because just because you understand what I'm saying, that doesn't mean you're gonna do it. You need to be repeating things over and over and over again so it sticks in your head. Because that's what happened. That's why I started like making like this amount of money. Like, I know like it's not millions and millions, but like I'm really teaching you, if you're a freelancer or aspiring to be a freelancer, how to actually do it and do it in a proper way. I have 1 minute, so just let me just wrap this up. So the whole idea here again is to find something that it's on demand, find something, a service, something that is like a trend. Like maybe right now, like AI is popping. Like your only goal here is to pretty much sell it and sell it better than the competition. So your job here is to sell and to learn it. Like eventually it really doesn't matter. As you start getting clients, you can outsource it to somebody else. You can hire other people. Like you can go to upwork.com, you can even go to fiverr.com and hire someone for cheaper and just keep the rest. But your only job here is to get clients. Eventually, like if you're like afraid of like, I don't know how to deliver your service, that's a good problem to have, because now you have money and now you have to deliver. So it's a good risk to have. But most people are getting stuck in either no clients or just like a base salary that you're pretty much at the mercy of your clients. So take this advice, find something that is on demand, learn how to sell, and I can assure you, and based on like what I did, like you can actually make over $10,000 a month, like hit 20K, even like 30K. But yeah,